Doing a great job. This is day 21 of practice. I guess it's 10 days until our first game, and all of them are competing and doing a great job.
With him taking the majority of the reps Saturday, is that kind of an inclination that he is the number one guy?
No, there's no decisions been made.
How close are you to having 5 linemen that you're settled in on?
We're not. It's every group is competing, and we want that because it brings the best out of everybody. So we'll just keep tinkering around and putting guys in there, in and out, and when the time comes, we'll make that decision.
When do you want to have it by?
I don't know yet. I don't know that yet. We're like I said, we're 10 days out from game time, so when the time comes, we'll make that decision.
Can you sense that build up? You're going to be on a plane a week from tomorrow. Can you start sensing the excitement?
Yeah, you do. It's always fun to try to go play somebody else, because you've been playing against each other, but it's just one day at a time right now. But you do sense it, yeah.
Looking at your receivers, you've got an interesting mix. You've got a bunch of young guys who've not played at all, and some veterans as well. What's the most interesting thing you've learned about your receiving core?
I think they have very good speed. They got good hands. They catch really well. They're disciplined in their routes. A lot of positive things. A lot of guys making a lot of catches, blocking really well.
Tim, I had asked DJ if he'd experienced anything, kind of piggybacking on Brennan's question, like the bunker mentality, the whole submarine thing. Is this a first for you? Have you ever been a part of anything like this?
Oh, yeah, with Coach Harbaugh. I think this is my 11th year with him, going 12. Yep.
Well, as far as like the specific going in the bunker mentality and locking down that.
Yeah, I think just when you're around each other and there's not anybody in the facility, you can really concentrate on what you need to learn, how you need to do it. You can really build a relationship with your coaches, and really get to know your teammates and get a trust. And it's a real fun time when you do that.
Does the element of surprise in a first game play into how kind of closed-mouthed everybody wants to be leading up to it?
No, I think that, as coaches and players, you're always trying to find the best way that you're going to go into a game and put a game plan together, and that you want to practice all the looks, and you want to have all the different situations down. So I don't think there's any surprises. I think you prepare to be successful.
With that in mind, is there a hard date for planning purposes to have a final depth chart in place?
No, there's not. We'll find a time when we decide to do that, but it's I think, like I said before, when you compete every day, it brings the best out of you as an individual and as me as a coach, because I'm walking there every day trying to be the best I can be as a coach, and they're trying to be the best as players, and that's the best thing, is you elevate your game, and it's about it's life lessons. It's about competing.
You had a spring with Shane. How have you seen him improve?
Oh, unbelievable! Really, just the way he takes command of the huddle, the way he can spit out a play. The way his drops. Jed's done a great job. Coach Harbaugh's done a great job. The way he's throwing the ball. There's a lot of change from him, and he's a year older too. So that makes a difference.
I was told that he made at least one nice running play Saturday. What do you think of Shane's mobility?
Oh, I think he can really run. I think it's one of his strengths. I think he does a nice job. He can move around in the pocket like all of them do. They can find a quiet spot, or they have to get out and run and scramble. It's something it's really good. And that's one thing you look for a quarterback. You look for a quarterback to make a play when there's no play to be made. And that's the great ones that can do that. And we have those guys that are here at University of Michigan, which is exciting.
Are you guys close to seeing if you got a quarterback that's really stood out here and taking this thing?
No, like I said, we're rotating a lot of guys through, and we'll make that decision when the time's ready to be made.
How far down has it been whittled, I should say?
It hasn't. It really hasn't. It's those guys that are competing.
How much of Jake did you watch on the film? Because he's had 2 years of starting, and how much have you used just exclusively, what you've seen? Is there a mix
we've watched him on film. You do that when you're going to go to recruit somebody, and then you watch him in our own practice film. So,
is there a difference? Do you see an evolution of him over the years? Do you see things that in this camp he's made strides?
Yeah, I think that he's done a good job learning our system, and then be able to call the plays and command the huddle and step up and get the snap and do his job.
He seems to have
anyone will know who that quarterback will be before the first snap against Utah?
I'm sorry?
You expect that you'll announce that quarterback before the first
I would think so, yeah. I would think so. When you start your first game, you'd have to do that, yeah.
No, I meant outside of the program. Sorry.
What's that?
Outside of the program, will anyone announce? Will we know who that quarterback is?
Well, at one point in time, yeah, somebody will announce it, yes.
What is your, I know you've been asked this, but your opinion of playing two quarterbacks?
There's times you can do that. You know, you can play two quarterbacks if you'd like to. Sure.
Have you done that? I mean, when you've had, one guy play a quarter and then the next guy.
We've done it in some different places. We've done that, put another guy in and things.
It's not, is it ideal? Or is
It's the bottom line is you're preparing to play the game. You want to put the best personnel on the field to try to win the game. And so if that's part of your package, then you do it. If it's not, you don't feel like you gain advantage, then you wouldn't do it.
the bunker mentality you talked about, good for the team, but maybe for your position, the offensive line group, biggest group, is it even more important for that group to get that close?
I think it's good for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a kicker, it doesn't matter if you're a quarterback in line. It's just, it's neat. You're sitting shoulder to shoulder in a meeting room with somebody and humble thyself and check your ego at the door, and we're all in this together, and you can communicate and get better as a football player, get better as a person.